Imagine waking up nearly 5,000 years ago to find enormous stones rising from the English countryside. No cranes, no engines, no steel. Just people, ropes, wood, and determination. Even today, Stonehenge remains one of history's greatest mysteries. Not because we don't know it exists, but because every answer seems to create even more questions. Stonehenge stands on Salisbury Plain in southern England. At first glance, it looks like a circle of giant rocks. But this isn't a random pile of stones. Every stone was deliberately placed. Every angle appears carefully planned. Every generation that studied it discovered another layer of mystery. The first question everyone asks is simple. Why was Stonehenge built? One theory says it was an ancient calendar. The monument aligns almost perfectly with the summer solstice sunrise. Every year, on the longest day, the sun rises directly over the heelstone and shines into the center of Stonehenge. During the winter solstice, the sunset aligns in the opposite direction. This level of accuracy wasn't accidental. It suggests the builders understood the movement of the sun with remarkable precision. But if it was only a calendar, why build something so enormous? Another possibility is that Stonehenge was a sacred temple. Archaeologists discovered human cremation burials around the site dating back thousands of years. This suggests it may have been a place where people honored the dead, held ceremonies, or believed they could communicate with the spiritual world. Imagine hundreds of people gathering around the stones under the rising sun, performing rituals whose meanings have been lost forever. Some researchers believe Stonehenge was a healing center. Ancient human skeletons found nearby often show signs of illness or severe injuries. This has led to the theory that people traveled from distant lands hoping the monument possessed magical healing powers. The unusual blue stones may have been considered sacred because of their origin and appearance. That leads to another incredible mystery. Where did the stones come from? Stonehenge contains two main types of stones. The largest are called sarsen stones. Each weighs around 25 tons, with some reaching nearly 30 tons. They were transported roughly 25 kilometers from Marlborough Downs. That alone is an astonishing achievement for prehistoric people. The smaller stones are even more mysterious. Known as blue stones, they came from the Preseli Hills in Wales, around 240 kilometers away. Some experts believe the builders dragged them across hills, rivers, forests, and open land using wooden sledges and ropes. Others think they were partly transported by water using primitive rafts. Either way, moving stones that weigh several tons across such distances without modern technology seems almost unbelievable. But transporting them was only half the challenge. How did ancient builders lift stones taller than houses into perfectly upright positions? The most accepted explanation involves digging deep pits, standing the stones upright using wooden frames, ropes, and hundreds of people pulling together. Earth ramps may have helped raise the massive horizontal stones before they were carefully lowered onto the vertical supports. Even today, recreating these techniques requires large teams and careful engineering. Whoever designed Stonehenge understood construction far better than most people imagine. Another surprising fact is that Stonehenge wasn't built all at once. Construction happened in several phases over roughly 1,500 years. Different generations added new stones, rearranged existing ones, and expanded the monument. Imagine your great-great-grandchildren continuing a project your ancestors started centuries earlier. That shows Stonehenge remained deeply important across many generations. Some people believe Stonehenge has connections to astronomy beyond the solstices. Certain alignments may point toward the moon's long-term movements, suggesting the builders tracked complex celestial cycles. While some researchers support this idea, others argue that not every alignment was intentional. The debate continues because prehistoric people left no written explanation. Then there are the legends. During the Middle Ages, many believe giants built Stonehenge. Others claim that wizard Merlin magically transported the stones from Ireland using supernatural powers. These stories sound impossible today, but they reveal how mysterious the monument has always seemed. Even people living just 1,000 years ago couldn't explain its existence. Modern myths go even further. Some suggest aliens constructed Stonehenge because ancient humans couldn't possibly move such enormous stones, but archaeological evidence doesn't support that claim. Excavations have uncovered tools, campsites, animal bones, and evidence of human engineering around the monument. Everything discovered so far points toward remarkable human skill rather than extraterrestrial visitors. Perhaps the greatest mystery isn't how Stonehenge was built, but why people devoted centuries of effort to it. Building it required planning, food supplies, skilled workers, leaders, and cooperation on an extraordinary scale. Thousands of people may have contributed over many generations. Whatever Stonehenge represented, it was important enough for entire communities to dedicate their lives to creating it. Even with modern technology, scientists still debate many aspects of the monument. New discoveries continue to reshape our understanding. Underground scans have revealed ancient roads, burial mounds, and hidden structures surrounding Stonehenge. showing it was once part of a much larger ceremonial landscape rather than a single isolated monument. Maybe Stonehenge wasn't just a calendar, a temple, a cemetery, or an observatory. Perhaps it was all of those at different times in history. Ancient societies often blended science, religion, and community into one place, unlike the way we separate them today. What makes Stonehenge so fascinating is that it refuses to give us one simple answer. Every stone raises another question. Every excavation uncovers another clue. Yet after thousands of years, its true purpose remains just beyond our reach. And perhaps that's exactly why Stonehenge continues to capture the imagination of millions. It's a reminder that even in an age of satellites, artificial intelligence, and space exploration, some of humanity's greatest achievements still guard their secrets in silence.